Hello, I'm Richard Chalk and welcome to Cyber Money. In just a moment, we're crossing live to Lehman Brothers to talk to trader Matt Penton for a look at the main tech movers of the day. The tech market is already falling down 6% in just a short while to go for trading. But how do you fancy banishing boredom, maximising your free time and transferring the look of your home in all one go? Well, you can with the new digital system. Find out about the Tiny Takami coming up later in the programme. And we'll be catching up with our private investors' buys and sells of this week. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Let's cross live to Lehman Brothers, catch up with our tech trader, Matt Penton, who talks to us now every day. And Matt, it really does not look a pretty day at all out there. We are seeing heavy falls on the London market. Help us here. What's going on?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very poor day for the London, indeed European tech stocks on the whole. Some heavy selling today across the board. Sectors getting particularly hard being the IT services, which we've seen hit very hard over the last few sessions, and today the consumer electronics as well, coming under some very heavy selling pressure.
Hello and a warm welcome to the Money Matters Call-In, the show dedicated to sorting out all your money worries. Well, I'm Sarah Lowther, standing in for Gavin Campbell, who's still off with the flu. Get well soon, Gavin, because I've missed my Valentine's Day cuddle. And to you, dear viewers, happy Valentine's Day. Now, if your finances look like they need a bit of TLC, tender loving care, then this is the show you need to be watching. Well, to ease all your monetary ailments today, I'm joined by three top docs, independent financial advisors. Ben Yearsley from Hargreaves Lansdown, Adam Hammond from Fidelius, and Vanessa Barnes from Hannay Investments. And a warm welcome to you all. So, here's how to put your question to the panel. Pick up the phone and give us a call. The number, as you know, 020 7942 7999. You can, of course, fax us on 020 7942 7988 or email us at callin@themoneychannel.co.uk. Well, we've got a new caller now. It's Richard from Holyhead in Wales. Richard, is it a dozen roses or are there rogue weeds in your finances today?
Well, plenty of weeds, I think.
Oh no, well, what's the problem?
Well, I've got £30,000 in post office pensioners bond, and I'm forced to take them out at the end of March because they've been in 5 years, and I'm not too sure what to do with them.
Yeah, hi Richard.
Hiya.
Have you spoken to anyone, taken advice? Who's recommended?
No, I haven't, no.
Right.
But I can't afford all these charges.
Exactly.
You know, if I go to an advisor, I got to pay him, haven't I?
That's why Richard's calling us.
Right.
He wants free advice. He wants the best advice available.
Okay.
I'm all ready, Mr. Unironed Shirt.
You're with Daybreak here on the Money Channel. Miss Eyeshadow doesn't match your shirt this morning, and it has done in the past, hasn't it? Pink eyeshadow with a green shirt.
It's purple eyeshadow.
What kind of combination is that, I ask myself?
Well, at least
Anyway.
I iron my clothes. That's all I can say.
No, you don't.
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
But let's move on, shall we, from Giles's unironed shirt, and I'm going to do Scottish Power. Okay, Scottish Power have had results today. Numbers, this is their year-end 31st of March. Analysts were expecting profits to be down. Well, they are. The reason is that they've got higher debt and excess power costs in the States. They buy in power. You've seen this is done to a lot of the Californian-based utilities out there. In terms of the results, £628 million pre-tax profits. Last year they made £736 million. That, though, is towards the top end of analysts' expectations.
Welcome once again to Quids in Leisure. Well, coming up on today's show, a stellar investment or money down the cosmic drain. How you can become a lunar landlord with your own plot on the moon. And if basking in silver moonbeams sounds a little far-fetched, what about the real thing? After all that glitters isn't necessarily gold. Well, first though, many people admit to being intimidated when buying theatre tickets, but Quids In has been assured it's as easy as buying a bag of potatoes, even though you can't, as yet, buy tickets in the supermarket. Well, I got to open the curtain on how to avoid unnecessary expense and unscrupulous ticket touts. The theatre. For some it's soul food, a weekly must. For others it's an expensive one-off. But is it expensive? We investigate how to get the best theatre ticket deal and who to buy it from. Well, we've chosen art as our example. This modern play has been running at London's 101-year-old Wyndham's Theatre for 4.5 years. There have been 19 casts appearing in 12-week cycles, and the show just keeps going. But before you buy those tickets, just what is art all about?
It's about three friends who fall out for no very good reason. And all the bitterness and resentment of the last 20 years comes out, much like you and I would if we'd known one another that long.
So, how do you purchase tickets? Well, you can try the direct approach and call the theatre, but you may have to wait.
You're held in a queue. There are certain operators, there are certain busiest times of the day, of course. A question of perseverance. If you want to do it on the telephone, you just have to hang on.
Telephone bookings have a £1.50 one-off handling fee, or if in London, you can go to the theatre's box office and there's no extra charge. The Wyndham's Theatre has just been restored to its original Victorian splendour, but it's still to come up to speed with 21st century technology and have its own virtual website, yet. But you can still go onto the internet as other organisations are allocated art tickets, but prices vary. Time Out, the magazine which champions best deals for its readers, offers tickets online through Agents First Call. You find out ticket availability immediately and can pay online. Similarly, Ticketmaster's website is user-friendly and there's no handling fee for art tickets. Or log on to the London Theatre Guide's website who use Lashmar's theatre tickets as their agent. You are pre-warned there may be 25 to 30% commission on top of ticket prices. So there's plenty of choice, but there's characters out there intent on taking away that choice and your money.
It's becoming big business, ticket sales, and there are one or two, well, not one or two, I'm afraid, rather too many unscrupulous people who rather prey on people who don't know how to book a theatre seat, and they'll send them any old rubbish. The worst seats in the house may be at twice the price of the house price.
How would we recognise these unscrupulous people?
Well, they've got moustaches, most of them. I don't know, your instinct should tell you, but then they're very plausible, and people get rather intimidated by coming to the theatre. They think it's more difficult than buying an airline ticket or going to the supermarket and buying a bag of potatoes. It is as easy as that. People shouldn't be intimidated, but they are for some reason. And so they put themselves rather at the mercy of either scrupulous or unscrupulous ticket sellers. We are trying to eradicate the problem, but the trading standards laws are virtually non-existent.
Well, don't be afraid. You can go to the official Society of London Theatre half-price booth in Leicester Square, which sells same-day performances. It's cash only, but believe me, the queue soon shifts.
So if you fancy a ticket in the stalls, be prepared to pay £29.50. You can turn up at Wyndham's box office, keep your fingers crossed at half-price booths, or go through an agent. And remember, commission fees vary. But you can always get first shout on tickets if you join the Upstage initiative.
It's a sort of loyalty reward scheme that we have for our 9 West End theatres and for the regional theatres. Of more value, I think, for the regional theatres, where you have a captive audience, you have a changing repertory, you like people to come back week after week to see the new show, and you reward them for coming, like a Sainsbury card, a Tesco card. This is like a theatre card.
And as a last resort, you can always gate crash. Okay. I get the message. Just checking. Bye.